Hi, and welcome to our Bio 123 video. We are Group C10 and our names are Courtney Law, Ali Merrick, Yasminh Liu, and Erica Nguyen. As young students on a college campus, we are wondering if our fellow sexually active Mustangs here at Cal Poly are cognitively aware of the spread and severity of sexually transmitted infections, or STIs. STIs are infections transmitted from one person to another through unprotected sex or general genital contact. Some common examples of STIs are chlamydia, gonorrhea, pubic lice, and genital warts. Several of the most common STIs, like the ones just mentioned, have no signs or symptoms in the majority of those infected. Therefore, one of the only ways to find out if you have any of these infections would be to get tested yourself. We wanted to make a study around the topic of STIs and see if the general population is aware of these symptomless illnesses. To start, we will pose a question. Does gender affect how often an individual voluntarily opts to get tested for STIs? Let's find out.
For the purpose of this experiment, gender refers to a social construct that an individual themselves identify as. We realized that it would be socially ignorant in this day and age to only consider two genders, male and female, in the study. Therefore, gender will be separated into three different categories depending on the person's self-identified gender: female, male, and non-binary. Our hypothesis is that there will be a significant difference between the genders for getting tested for STIs because we believe that there are generally more centers geared towards women's health and women's care. 2. Women are more health conscious than any other gender. Gender-specific health services have long existed in the arena of women's health care, but men's health centers have only recently emerged as a novel practice model. In a research article published in the Asian Journal of Urology, the researchers concluded that a considerable disparity exists between the prevalence of gender-specific health services. Socially, we believe that there is a stigma pushed onto women by society to get tested, and that it would be more acceptable for women to go to the health clinic and get herself tested. Even though it would be considered taboo for all genders to get checked for STIs, getting checked now before it's too late could potentially save your life. On the other hand, our new hypothesis is that there will be no significant differences among the varied genders for getting tested for STIs.
Different genders would affect how often an individual voluntarily decides to get tested for STIs. We can perform an operational study. Our sample population would be the Cal Poly students, and we would anonymously ask the participants to take a survey. The survey would include the following questions. What is your self-identified gender? Are you sexually active? When is the last time you've been tested? Have you been tested within the last year? If yes, why did you get tested? If no, why haven't you been tested? We decided to conduct a few test surveys in person. Within this observational study, we predicted that those who self-identify as female are more likely to have been tested for STDs within the last year, more than those who self-identify as male or non-binary, therefore creating a significant difference between the gender groups. However, in this study, we realized that there may be some confounding variables that will skew our results. For example, people have differing levels of sexual activity due to religion or personal preference. If we happen to randomly get a lot of non-sexually active individuals, we may have to increase the number of individuals we survey. Additionally, another confounding variable would be that since our sample is only being conducted within Cal Poly, we would not be able to associate our study to the rest of the human population. This is because individuals within Cal Poly may be more or less educationally aware than those outside of Cal Poly about STIs and the impact on their health. Lastly, a big confounding variable is that of sexual identity. According to a statistic, men who have sex with men, whether they identify as gay, bisexual, or other, have a higher risk of contracting an STD than any other demographic. There is a stigma in our society for homosexual males to get themselves checked before engaging in sexual activity. In conclusion, we believe that there will be a significant difference between the genders for getting tested for STIs in that those who self-identify as female are more likely to have been tested within the last year.
Created using Powtoon.